All right, you guys ready?
Ready.
All right, so here we go. Today, we're gonna, so we've been talking about the different diaphragms in the body. So not last week, 2 weeks ago, whenever it was, we talked about the respiratory diaphragm. Today we're gonna talk about up here, your thoracic inlet. And then next week we'll do the pelvic diaphragm, which is the pelvic floor. And then we're also going to throw in some new fun core work. So everybody kind of has a different definition of what their core is. So we'll get to that too, but we're going to start with just that for today. And we'll add to it as we go through. So, all right, let's get started. So let's start with our mountain pose. And we're just going to root the feet into the earth. And here's actually a spot where we're going to pay attention. So the collarbones here, we're going to bring them away from each other. And then right at the top there, kind of the hollow of the throat, some people might say. That's where we're going to be paying attention today. So I'll show you in a little bit what I'm talking about. So just find your tall, confident, strong mountain pose. And if you want, you can take a finger and put it right, it's like a little U shape, collarbones, a little U shape right there. And sometimes I can see when you inhale, and maybe you can feel it, it kind of comes down a little bit. And then when you exhale, it kind of pops up a little bit. If your breathing is backwards, like your diaphragm is going the wrong direction when you're inhaling and exhaling, this might be off, or it might be off and your regular one is okay. But that's something to keep in mind. So when we inhale, it's going to move down. When we exhale, it's going to come back up. And we'll check in again with it when we're laying down on the floor. Because sometimes when we're on the floor, it feels more natural to notice how that's working. All right, so let's take 1 or 2 more breaths in our mountain pose, opening up here. The collarbones away from each other, shoulder blades towards each other, back of the neck towards the back wall, and then crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Excellent. All right, so let's come into some movement. So we're going to bring the feet a little bit wider, and we're going to start with our cat and cow standing. So we'll bring the hands to the front of the thighs, and we're going to tuck the chin and bend the knees. So we have a bit of a rounded spine toward the back wall. This is our exhale pose. On the inhale, we're going to round up, looking up. This is our inhale pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Beautiful. All right, so back to neutral. And then maybe the feet come a little bit wider. We're going to do our laterals. You can have one hand on the hip or down that leg. We're going to inhale, one arm up and coming over. Exhale, bring back. Second side, inhale. And exhale. Next time you bring a hand up, notice that length from the tip of the fingertip down to the hip, or maybe all the way down to the foot and ankle. Excellent. All right, so finish off evenly, or do one more time each side. And then coming back to neutral. All right, next we're gonna do a little twist. So we're gonna inhale, lift, exhale to the first side, inhale, center, exhale to the second side. So we wanna use the eyes and the head as our main movement. We don't wanna twist from that lower spine and twist from the top. And we don't even have to go that far. Excellent. And then finish off evenly or one more time each side. And then if you like, you can bring the feet back in a little bit. We're going to go back to that cat and cow. Hands to the front of the thighs. Drop the chin towards the chest. Exhale. It's our cat position. Inhale, rounding up, looking up. It's our cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Excellent. All right, from here, let's come back to neutral and find that mountain pose again. Noticing maybe that the shoulders feel a little bit more open. And take a moment, check in with the feet. Pinky toe, big toe, heel. Nice little triangle, rooting down into the earth. Excellent. All right, so let's do our half sun salutation. And we're going to, we'll do one round of normal, and then on the second round, we're going to add an extra breath. All right, so hands at the heart. We're going to inhale, hands down, arms up. Exhale, arms out to the side, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, arms come out. Inhale, all the way up. Palms together. Exhale, hands down. Again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, arms come out. Inhale, all the way up. Palms together. Exhale, hands down. Let's do one more like that. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, arms come out. Inhale, all the way up. Palms together. Exhale, hands down. All right, we're going to do one more round. And we're going to add an extra breath. And so if you can, we're going to see, we're going to check in with those two diaphragms. All right, so here we go. Inhale and exhale. You can inhale, halfway lift. You can rest your hands on the front of the legs. So exhale here. And then on the inhale, notice at the neck and at the diaphragm. And then exhale, fold forward, arms up to the side. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, let's try that two more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. We're going to pause here and exhale. Inhale again. And then on your next exhale, fold forward. Arms come out. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, let's do that one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Pause here. Exhale, pull the belly button in. Inhale. And exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, arms come out. Inhale all the way up. Palms together. Exhale. hands to heart. Excellent. All right. Let's do our, it's a busy day here. Let's do our warrior one. So we're going to turn one foot out, step that other foot forward. And let's start with just the knee. So we're going to warm up that knee. Inhale, straight knee. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. All right, let's go to the other side. Push off, step back. Turn the other foot out, step that other foot forward. Inhale, straight leg. Exhale, bend. Excellent. All right, push off, step back. Let's go to the other side. All right, we're going to add the arms. We're going to let's do 2 rounds of warrior one. Turn that one foot out, step the other foot forward. All right, so we'll do 3 rounds of the hands to heart, cactus arms, arms straight up. All right, ready? Here we go. So we're going to inhale, hands to heart, bend that front knee. Exhale, back. Inhale, cactus arms. Exhale, back. Arms straight up. Excellent. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, back. Inhale, cactus arms. Exhale, back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, back. Last round, hands to heart. Cactus arms. And arms straight. Beautiful. All right, let's do that on the other side. Bring that foot out, step the other foot forward. Here we go. Inhale, hands to heart, bend that front knee. Exhale, back. Cactus arms. And arms straight up. Again, hands to heart. Cactus arms. And arms straight up. Beautiful. One more round, hands to heart. Cactus arms. And arms straight. Excellent. All right, let's switch feet again. Turn one foot out, step that other foot forward. And we're going to do the one where we fold forward. All right, so whichever foot is in the front, you're going to lift that arm up. So my left foot is back, my left hand is on my lower back. If you have the other way, that's totally fine. All right, ready? Here we go. So we're going to inhale, arm comes up, bend that front knee. Exhale, pull the belly button in and fold forward. Inhale, arm comes up, and then exhale, arm down, leg straight. Beautiful. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, down. And last time. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, down. Beautiful. All right, switch feet. And switch arms. All right, front arm, front leg. Inhale, bend the knee, arm comes up. Exhale, pull the belly button in, fold forward. Inhale, arm and torso come back up. Exhale, straighten the leg, arm comes down. Again, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come back up. And exhale down. One more. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, release. Beautiful. All right, step the feet back. Shake the legs and the feet out. All right, let's go ahead and start our warrior 2. And since I think everybody has blocks, we're going to go big today. So we're going to bring either blocks in front or a chair. If you're not making it all the way down to the floor, that's totally fine. You can come into a lunge with the chair, like that, or the top if that's not even there either. Okay, so blocks in front, we're gonna step 1 foot forward, the other foot 90 degrees-ish. Torso is facing the same direction as that back foot. Hands at the heart, arms open to the side, bend that front knee over that front ankle. And let's just take a moment in our warrior 2. Soften the shoulders, take a couple breaths. And we're gonna go forward first. So side angle pose. Front forearm comes to that front thigh. Back arm can come up towards the ceiling or on the hip or overhead if you prefer. And then let's take an inhale. We're gonna windmill around to peaceful warrior. And then we're gonna bring both arms down either to the blocks or the chair or maybe the floor if you want. Pivot that back foot. And then you can stay here, or if you want to come back up into high lunge. Excellent. And then we're going to pivot that back foot and come back to warrior 2. All right, 2 more times. Side angle pose. Inhale around to peaceful warrior. And then we kneel down to the blocks. Pivot that back foot. And then if you want, come back up to high lunge. And then pivot back to warrior 2. Excellent. 1 more time. Side angle pose. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Windmill down to the blocks or your chair or the floor. Pivot that back foot. On an inhale, come back up to high lunge. And then finish in warrior 2. Nice. Drop the arms, step the feet back together. Shake them out. And then let's go to the other side. All right, hands at the heart, arms open to the side, bend that front knee over that front ankle. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. And forward first, side angle pose. Inhale around to peaceful warrior. And then we're going to exhale down to the chair, or the blocks, or the floor. Pivot that back foot. Inhale, coming up to high lunge. And then back to warrior 2. Excellent. And again, side angle pose. On an inhale, peaceful warrior. And then let's exhale down to the blocks, the chair, the floor. Pivot that back foot. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale back to warrior 2. All right, 1 more time through. Side angle pose. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, blocks, chair, floor. Pivot that back foot. On your next inhale, coming up to high lunge. And then exhale, warrior 2. Nice. Drop the arms, step the feet together, shake them out. All right, so next, let's do a couple balance poses. So if you want to move your blocks out of the way, you can do that. All right. So let's find that mountain pose again. And check in with the breath. Check in hip points towards each other. Back of the throat towards the back wall, and then up towards the ceiling. Take a breath or two. Excellent. All right, let's do our tree pose next. So if you have a chair and you want to use your chair for your tree pose, you're welcome to do that. Sometimes you can bring your foot up higher if you want to do that. You can do your tree pose on a block if you want, if you have it handy. Or you can just,
if I want to fall down.
Yeah, no falling down today. So if that's not going to happen, let's not do that. All right, and then just the floor, however you want to do that. So let's pick a foot. We're going to root that foot down into the earth, and we're going to start with our tripod foot, heel above the ankle of the opposite foot. And then we want to check in with this hip. I'm kind of out to the side, so we want that nice and strong and straight on the straight leg. Open out to the side, hands at the heart. And then we're going to grow our branches. And you can move your arms if you want. Keep them still, keep them out, keep them here, wherever they want to be. And then if you have your balance, you want to go up a level, you can bring your foot up onto the calf. Just don't put pressure on that knee. Those ligaments are not designed for that kind of pressure. If you want to bring it up higher, that's fine, but we're looking for function, not form. So if you look a certain way, but you don't have the right balance, you're not breathing, then it's not beneficial. So it's better to have the function than the picture of what it's supposed to look like, if that makes sense. All right, and then coming out nice and gracefully. Shake out that straight leg if it got tight. And then let's go to the other foot. All right, we can start with our tripod feet. Big toe, pinky toe, heel, rooted into the earth. Feel all those little points on the floor. Heel above the ankle, hands at the heart. If you have your balance, you can move your foot up and grow your branches, sway in the wind, rain. No more April snow, we're done with that. And if you get a little wobbly, extend with the crown of the head. Keep the breath going, most important part of this pose. And then coming out nice and gracefully. All right, check it out. All right, so now our moving balance. Generally speaking, we don't just fall over when we lose our balance, when we're just standing. Usually we're doing something, we trip, whatever. So I like to do our moving balance. So that helps us with muscle memory to catch ourselves back before we go all the way over. All right, so let's start with palm tree pose. And we're just gonna do it regular today. So we're gonna inhale, arms up on the toes, and then exhale down. So you may want your feet wider if that is not, it doesn't feel as stable. You can move your feet about. If it's too much to do both at the same time, you can go arms up and then up on the toes and then down and then arms down. If you want to get more creative or make it more difficult, you can do one arm, let's see, opposite arm and opposite knee. Up, hold a breath. Let's see. Up, hold, not hold your breath. Take another breath. And then come down. So obviously playing with the pose, making it more or less difficult depending on where we're at. All right, so one or two more, whatever style you like. Beautiful. All right. So that's not my favorite one, but my favorite one is Karate Kid, Flying Crane. So today, because we're going to do some core stuff that's similar to this, so I really want to kind of play with it a little bit. So usually we go arms up, one knee up. That's one way. The other way is crossing with the hand to the opposite knee. The other way we can do it is arms up and one knee up. So I'm going to go arms up, one knee up, because later we're going to be doing something similar somewhere else. So that's what I'm going to do. If you like it one of the other two ways, go for that. Whatever makes you happy today, right? Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Inhale, arms up, one knee up. Exhale down. And it's also good to get out of habits of doing something the same way every time. We get used to, muscle memory. It's like if we do something all the time, we're not thinking about it. It's like driving and talking on the phone. All of a sudden you're somewhere, you're like, how did I get here? Not paying attention. Okay. So finish off evenly, or do one more each side. And let's see. We're going to open the shoulders with the strap since we have the strap. It's all the tools. Well, it's not Tuesday, it's Wednesday. Wacky Wednesday with all the fun. All right. Oh, Bob, right here in front. All right, so feet are nice and wide. And let's do it. We've done a bunch of lifting the arms up, so I think shoulders should be pretty good and warmed up, but we're still gonna kind of go slow with this. So we're gonna inhale just about as high as is comfortable. So each time we're gonna inhale, lift up, maybe come a little bit further. And then when you're ready, to go a little bit further, maybe back behind the head a little bit. And maybe the hands are a little further apart if that makes it easier. And then just going as far as is comfortable. I'm going to go all the way over. You don't feel like you have to. Just honor the shoulders. They're important. And they're easily overdone. All right, last one, and hold it just at that edge of tension. And then bring it back. Okay, beautiful. Let's do two more standing, and then we'll make our way back down. All right, so let's do, we're gonna do eagle pose, and then think of something else fun after that. All right. So if you want, since most of us have blocks, you can, when we cross over, put your foot on a block, if you want to do that. If you want to just set it on the floor, if you don't have a block, that's fine too. Or if your leg wraps all the way around, you can do that too. Mine's not doing it. Doesn't want to. Not going to make it. All right, here we go. Arms out, inhale. And then on your exhale, we're going to bring the right arm under and around the left. If that's uncomfortable, hug the shoulders or elephant trunk arms. Bend the knees, and if you want, cross and put that right foot on the block or the floor, whichever works for you. We're going to take 3 breaths here. Here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Again, inhale. And exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale down, unwind, and uncross. So if you use the block, we're going to put on the outside of the right foot. And one thing, I don't know if I've ever mentioned it, part of this pose is when you cross your arms. Let's see, I'm going to do this. All right, so there's a little hole in between my arms, and that is where you direct your vision for power, strength, seeing the future. I don't know. So that's part of that pose. And we call it in English eagle pose, but it's actually a mythical monster flying beast in Sanskrit. So, and if you ever go to the Art Institute, they actually have a small sculpture of one, and it's fearsome. I mean, so the whole, looking through your arms, so it's cool. All right, so let's go to the other side. So I have this, in my head, I'm doing this, we're all doing different poses, right? All right, so this is our inhale. On the exhale, left arm comes under the right. And maybe you have that little gaze through there. If not, that's okay. Bend the knees, and we're going to bring that left foot on the floor or on the block. And 3 breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. And inhale. Exhale. Unwind and uncross. And there's also a different way to do that pose where you fold forward and then back bend. And that's kind of like the bird being born. I like my way, We're all kind of stuck in our little grooves. I know. Guys, so much to learn, right? Does anybody want to pick one last pose standing, or you want me to pick it? I'm picking it. All right, so we're going to do, we are going to do chair pose, and we're doing it with a twist. All right, because that is so much fun. All right, so feet are hip width or wider. And on an inhale, we're going to bring the arms up, pointing up towards that far corner where the ceiling meets the wall. Bending the knees, inhale. On your next exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come back up. We're going to bring the hands together. We're going to bring the right elbow to the left knee or thigh. If you have to use your other hand to get there, you can groan, that's fine. And then we want to line the thumbs up with the nose. Push the hands into each other. It's kind of hard to breathe like this, but try. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come back up, palms together. Left elbow on right knee or right thigh. And then exhale, fold forward, inhale. All the way up, palms together. Exhale, hands down. All right, so we are going to come down to hands and knees. If you have knee issues, grab a blanket or a towel. All right, so let's start with our cat and cow. Exhale, cat, tuck the chin. Inhale, rounding up, looking up. Exhale, back. Inhale. And exhale. So I have a newsletter with prenatal info. And one of the things, I don't think I've ever done it, But when you go into cow, so we're inhaling and we're looking up, we want to make sure we're not dumping the belly towards the floor, especially if we're going to be doing some core work today. It's not good for pregnant women, which may or may not seem obvious, but it's not good for anybody to just kind of let the belly drop like that. So when you inhale, you know how we talk about the hip points? So we want to keep this kind of tight. So we want to engage those lower muscles so we're not just dumping to the floor. All right, so from here, you know, we're going to do our new core movement now. Just pull the Band-Aid off. All right, so I'm going to show you, if you want to sit, if this is uncomfortable, I'll show you on the chair. If you want to do it that way first, or I mean, if you would rather do it this way, that's fine. So you want to make sure it's not going to slide. This one's pretty good, but it's not hard. So you're back on your feet, and we're just going to bring elbow or knee towards the elbow. So we want to engage those muscles of the core. So this is option A. Or when you're at home and you want to do this, you can do it on a counter or another piece of furniture that's not going to move. If it slides out, you're going to end up with a broken nose. Okay, so that might be easier if you have wrist issues or doesn't feel good on your knees to be down on the floor. Otherwise, if you want to join me on the floor, here we go. So start in plank position, and then we're going to bring knee towards elbow. And you got to remember to breathe. And you can do this either an X number of times on each side or for, I don't know, 30 seconds, whatever works. And then, all right, so let's come back down to your knees. And we're going to go cat, cow, child's pose. So inhale, cow. Exhale, cat, down to child's pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat, down to child's pose. At any time you want to stay in your child's pose, you're welcome to do that. And then when you're ready, we'll all meet down in child's pose. Big toes together, knees can be wide. You can bring your head to the floor or rest it on a block or your hands. And while we're here, if you want, rolling the wrists around. All right, so we're going to do one more hands and knees pose, and then we'll come on to our back and do a bunch more stuff. All right, so back up to hands and knees. And we're going to do the two versions of our gate pose. All right, so right foot out to the side. So we'll do low first. Left hand stays where it is. We're going to inhale this right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. All right, tuck that right knee under. Left foot comes out. And inhale, left arm up. Exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. All right, we're going to come up onto a high kneel. And we'll send that left foot out again. If you have a block handy in front, you can use that if you're a little wobbly. And left hand on that left hip or down that left leg. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale over towards the side. Inhale, back to vertical. Exhale, over. Inhale, up. Exhale, over. And then inhale all the way up. All right, knees up, block to switch legs. Right hand on that right hip or down that right leg. Inhale that left arm up. Exhale, over. Inhale. Exhale, over. Inhale, up. And one more time. Exhale. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, release. All right, tuck that under. And then we're going to come and sit. All right, so you can sit cross-legged or with your legs straight out. Let's do our cat and cow again. So we're going to exhale cat, inhale cow, exhale cat, inhale. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, back to neutral. And let's do our lateral here. One hand on the floor, inhale. And beautiful. All right, back to neutral. Let's do a little twist. You're going to inhale, lift. Exhale, head, neck, shoulders. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Beautiful. And let's just do like 3 more cat and cow. Back to neutral. Beautiful. All right, let's bring the legs out in front, on them into the mat. And we're going to come down onto our backs. All right, I'm just going to flip this sideways. All right, so a little Apanasana to start us off. Exhale, knees in. Inhale, knees out. Have your hands on your knees or hands slide up and down the tops of the thighs. Excellent. All right, so I'm going to do a version of the LOL that we do. I'm pretty sure we've done this before, but it's probably been a while. All right, so we're going to bring the arms up overhead, feet straight up towards the ceiling. On the exhale, bend the knees, hands to knees. On the next one, we're going to inhale, arms up overhead, feet a little bit wider. So we're doing L's and V's. Exhale, hands to knees. Inhale, arms up, feet a little wider. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, feet a little wider, or legs both. Exhale, hands to knees. Inhale, going as wide as is comfortable. Exhale, bend the knees, hands to knees. And now we're going to work our way back towards the L. Exhale. Inhale, legs a little closer together. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale. And exhale, and then this is the last one. Legs should be as close as comfortable. And then exhale, bend the knees. All right, if you want a couple of Apanasanas. All right, so we're gonna take a version of the Apanasana with straight legs. So if this is uncomfortable on the back for any reason at all, don't do it, just go back to regular Apanasanas. So we're gonna go knees in and then legs out, and then knees in and legs out. So you're gonna increase the distance of how far the legs go out. So you can keep the hands maybe on the front of the thighs. That might be easier. Exhale, knees in, inhale, and then maybe if you make it all the way to straight, that's awesome. If not, don't worry about it. Just go as far as you can bring the legs back in. Excellent. All right, so bring the feet down to the mat. And you can bring your arms down to the mat. And just take a couple of breaths. Check in with the body. And then let's do, we're going to do our bridge pose next. So this is kind of a counter pose for what we just did. So we're going to inhale. We're going to just do the hips first. We'll do all 3 rounds. So we're going to push in with the feet. Inhale, lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Imagine being lifted from those hip points. And then exhale, move the shoulder blades out of the way and come back in. Inhale, lift from the hip points. And then exhale, release back in. If you want to try this too, so inhale from the hip points and maybe cross those imaginary strings. So it's pulling those muscles towards each other. Exhale, bring it back in. All right, we're going to add the arms next. Inhale, arms up, hips up. Exhale, arms down, hips down. You can do that same thing with that string. Inhale, lift. Cross the strings. Exhale, back down. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. All right, one more round. Here we go. Inhale, arms up, hips up. Exhale, release just the hips. Take another inhale. Exhale, arms down by your sides. Again, inhale, arms up, hips up. Exhale, release just the hips. Take another inhale. Exhale, arms down by your sides. And one more time. Inhale, arms up, hips up. Exhale, release just the hips. Take another inhale. Exhale, arms down by your sides. Excellent. Knees in. Give yourself a hug. Maybe roll side to side if that feels okay. And then 3 to 5, or maybe more Apanasana. See if you can feel when that spine feels back to neutral. And then we're going to bring the feet down to the mat and extend the legs all the way straight out. If that's not comfortable, you can always bend the knees and feet into the mat. All right, so we're going to go back and check that thoracic inlet, the hollow at the bottom of the throat. So relax the legs and the feet. And you're going to put a finger right where the collarbones meet, that first rib. So thoracic inlet. On the inhale, if you want, lift the belly. And then exhale, pull the belly button in. Again, inhale. And exhale. For me, I'm noticing the inhale more than the exhale. And maybe you'll notice it a different way. And go ahead and release your arms down by your sides. We're going to zip the feet and legs back up together. And on the inhale, we're going to bring the arms up overhead to the floor above you. Exhale, arms back down by your sides. So when you inhale, imagine that the breath is going down the back of the body. And on the exhale, pull the belly button in, and the breath comes up the front of the body. Inhale, down the back. Exhale, up the front. So a couple more of these. And then after you finish your last one, arms down by your sides. Legs and feet relax away from each other. Arms can come out away from the body. Maybe tuck the shoulder blades in closer to each other. If you have a chair handy, you want to put your legs up on your chair, you're welcome to do that. If it's uncomfortable to lay flat out like that, you can bend your knees. Bring your feet out wide and then tip the knees in towards each other. Gives the lumbar spine a little bit more space. And anything else to get comfortable, a blanket over you or under your head. I'm going to sit up so you can hear me better. And getting any last little wiggles out. Let's do a full body relaxation. Walking up the body, relaxing each part as we go. Starting with the feet. Relax the toes, the tops of the feet, the soles of the feet, and the heels. Release the ankles. Relax the calves and shins. Release the knees. Relax the tops of the thighs and the backs of the thighs. Let the pelvis be heavy and sink into the earth. Relax the abdomen. Lots of hard work today. Release the rib cage and let go of breath. Let the shoulders be heavy and sink into the earth. Relax the upper arms, elbows, and lower arms. Release the wrists. Relax the hands, fingers, and palms. Relax the throat and the back of the neck. Release the jaw. Let the tongue be heavy and fall away from the roof of the mouth. Let the eyes be heavy and fall to the back of the head. Smooth the forehead and face. Let any last thoughts seep out the top of the crown of the head. Let the earth's gravity hold you. Let the air around you breathe you. Take the next few moments and just be. Gently coming back into awareness. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, roll your head side to side. When you're ready, and with an inhale, rolling over onto your right or left side. When you're ready, and with an inhale, pushing up to a comfortable seated position. And to bring breath back into the body and find us safely on our way, let's finish with sun breath number 3. All right, palms together, elbows together, inhale, open, exhale, closed. 3 times, we're ready, here we go. Inhale, and exhale. Again, inhale, and exhale. And one more time, inhale, and exhale. Hands together, back at the heart, and namaste. Namaste. Thanks, guys. I just realized at the end I forgot my microphone, so I don't know if they can hear me.